Oh, good morning. I did already click start. So it is October 24th, 2022 on a Monday morning, 9:01 a.m. here. Tony Wallow gives me a thumbs up and I'm looking at my monitoring screen here. Yeah, I hear my audio coming through, and today's title, Windows Daily Number 81, the worst laser toner replacement job that I've ever had to do. And it was a surprise. Parker Morse over here asking if I knew about the MSI AIO issue. Yes, I saw that I think when Greg first came across one of those issues, I saw him demonstrate it. Doesn't really affect me too much among my clients because I don't do custom build computers. But it's basically where all-in-one coolers are yeah, coolers with radiators are clogging in the pump. So hellos to everybody. I'm not going to read through them all, but Selden Ball ruptured laser printer toner cartridges. I have never come across that myself. That's not what today is. What do I prefer, ColorLaserJet or inkjet? Oh, I don't know what it's got to be a specific printer that you're looking at. Up until this occasion, I would have said I prefer color laser over ink, although I've done quite a bit of both. But this color laser, oh my gosh, not fun at all. So I'm going to get right into it and show you what's up with that. So to give you the awareness of what I'm dealing with here, I'm going to show you what HP's laser toner change process is for this printer. It's very easy. The problem is if you're using a compatible laser cartridges, and that's what I'm going to show you how this job went, because it was not fun. Here we go. So here I'm gonna, let's see, the volume on this, I think I'm mute.
Front door.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to mute the volume. He's just describing. They're just, the way to change cartridges here is real nice and easy. You slide the tray out, pull these cartridges right out, and then put in the replacement cartridges. And it's very nice and easy and smooth if you're dealing with original HP toner cartridges. Well, the compatible cartridges are far less expensive. So they're very tempting, and that's what we had in this case with my client. So here is showing opening the new toner cartridge, and you just set it right back into the tray. Come on, let's get back up here. Yeah, here you go. Oops, there we go. Here's going to set it back into that tray. Very easy and simple. That tray slides in. Just a very easy job. Okay, what did I have to deal with? Well, let's come back here to the next tab. This is when I looked up how to deal with swapping the chip. These cartridges have integrated chips in them, and when you're using the original cartridges do. When you're replacing with a compatible cartridge, you got to take the chip out of the original HP cartridge and put it into the compatible cartridge. So here they're showing oh, let's see, I didn't get back far enough. I thought I had this set up at the beginning place. Okay, so here's the two cartridges. One is one of those the original. After the Fortnite game this morning, I ended a little bit early because I knew I needed to set this up. This, I think, is the original HP cartridge. Yeah, so what you have to do is cut out a piece of that plastic and then use these tweezers to get the chip out and then put it into the new cartridge, right? That looked fine. So I didn't know that I was going to have to do this until I opened the compatible cartridge and saw this right at the beginning. It says chip transfer instruction. And I thought, what? I've never done that before. And they show the instructions here, basically what we're seeing in this video about cutting that plastic piece using these tweezers. And they give you the snips. They give you that what do they call them, flush cut or something like that, and the tweezers to do it with. No, a little bit of a nuisance, a little bit of an inconvenience, but not a big deal the way it looked. But it got more complex than that. So let's see, they finished this one. Now let me go on to another video. How do I want to present this? Should I do this first? This says structure A. That's what we just saw a demonstration of. But structure B, look at this where it says glue. What is up with that? Turns out that's what I had. The original HP cartridges I was dealing with had this glue set up. So now let's go see how that goes. I think am I gonna scrub through this? Yeah, I'll scrub through that a little bit. Okay, so here they're showing the setup. Let's see, they're saying product. What does that say there? OEM's product, our product. Oh, they're showing somebody else's cartridge there, and then showing theirs, meaning the compatible cartridge. The problem was not with the compatible cartridge. The problem was with the original HP cartridges that were in the printer that I was working with. So here they're showing he just cut that clip. I'll go back and show that again. Slow it down a bit. So here's going in, and then they're showing a close-up here, cutting that little piece of plastic, and that's the chip right there. That's the integrated chip that we got to take out of the original cartridge and put into the replacement cartridge. And see there how that was just so simple. Just take the tweezers and slide it out. No biggie. If only. If only. But that was structure A. And then I think they're going to show us structure B. Here we go. Structure B. Our product, OEM's product. Now, what do they mean there? I don't get what they're saying there. OEM's product. I guess this is the original HP cartridge. Yeah, that's the original HP cartridge. What they're calling the original equipment manufacturer's product. So then, this is the one that has the glue. And here they're saying plastic part B, they're going to cut that piece, and they're going to cut this plastic part A to go after this chip. So then we're playing again, and I got to speed it back up to normal speed. Okay, here we go. Slowing it down, cutting that piece out, and then they're going to go cut the other piece out, because this is going to make it easier, right? Then they're going to get that chip out. I'm going to speed it back up a little bit. What's that? Another piece that they're, yeah, that's right. They cut a V shape. They did two cuts on that piece to get a V shape to go after that chip. Now they're cutting this piece, one of the side arms. Okay, and now another piece they're cutting out. And now watch this. Watch this. I gotta slow this one down a little bit. They're using these side cutters to pry the chip out, because that's what everybody wants to do sometime in their life, is pry a chip out of the plastic. Now, some of you have seen Kerry Holzman when he's taken a M.2 board out of its packaging, or memory out of its packaging, and he says, bend the packaging. Don't bend the part. But look at this. We're taking side cutters and prying this chip up, because it comes up with all of this glue and plastic. Ay caramba. That's what I was surprised with. Now they're taking these side cutters and trimming off the glue from the bottom of the chip. Now they've got the replacement cartridge, and they go to put this chip in, And what they're showing here is that up on this, there's kind of an image or a drawing or a picture of the way, the orientation that the chip is supposed to be placed in. They're showing these little notches on the upper corners and this notch here to help you put that chip in with the correct orientation. So you slide it in here, and then these plastic arms are on the sides they're pretty stiff. They're going to show putting pressure, downward pressure on the chip to get it to snap into place. And then they're showing over here wrong, what are they showing about that? I guess this one slid over to the left a little bit compared to this. Particularly up here, you can see that little bit of space there. And here it looks like the chip is actually out off the right edge. And then they're showing that T shape on both their image here and down here. And they're giving us a green check mark, meaning good job, you've done it right. Now we're going to go look at my pictures of me doing the job, right? But how about first we go see what you guys are saying about that? Oh, nothing really new there. So then let's get to my pictures. This is the pictures of me doing the actual job. Pictures and a little bit of video. So here's the two that I'm dealing with. This is the replacement cartridge with their image here of what the chip's supposed to look like. And there's the slot that it's going to go into. And here's the original. I didn't know it at the time. At the time I took this picture, I didn't know about this glued version. All I had seen up to that point was the one where you clip that one little plastic piece, use the tweezers, and just slide the chip out. Go to the next picture. And this is just another angle showing the same thing. So there's the chip that I've got to get and then put it into here. Go on to the next one. This is just another view, the same thing. That's the chip I need to get from the original cartridge and put it into here. Now here you see me actually working on that chip. So I'm going to back up here. You see me, I'm cutting this piece out here. And I think at this point, I still didn't realize that I was facing this glue issue. And then there's the tweezers, and I'm expecting to just slip that chip out. Yeah, I'm trying to do the work and hold the camera at the same time. Not very good. And I'm discovering here, oh, it won't come out. All right, and then this, oh, the video continues. I didn't realize that as I was preparing. I think all the rest of this, nope, it's not all black. Okay. You know what? I didn't see the rest of this during my prep for the show. So I just positioned this to the next scene here, and we're going to see together what this was, because this was a few weeks ago that I did this job, so I don't remember. Yeah, it's bouncing all around. Here, I'm still thinking that I'm supposed to just be able to slide this chip out. And I was actually I went and searched YouTube for the videos of how to do this on my client's computer right there at her home office. At the moment, I'm not even sure who bought these cartridges. Whether I did find evidence in my time slips that I searched for the orders. Now here what I'm doing apparently is going back and looking at that video again. Seeing, and I've got those instructions out there. I did not see this in show prep. I didn't realize there was more to this video when I was preparing for the show during the last hour after the Fortnite game, when I jumped out a little early from there because I knew I had to go prep this. Still trying to get that chip out. Won't come. Now I know I'm not going to get it in this video because I got to go look up some other video or figure out what's going on. So I'm just sliding forward the rest of that, and there's no other piece in that video. So here's the chip in the original cartridge, and I've already cut out that angle. You can see that cut here. So this is just showing the current state of affairs. I'm going to go on to the next photo. And here, let's see, that's the replacement cartridge. This is the original cartridge. Go on to the next photo. Not much difference there. Go on to the next one. So here's another video. And is this now what I'm going to go cut? Yeah, here I'm cutting out one of these side pieces. And then I'm trying to pry up that chip. And I lose the camera angle here because as I'm trying to wrestle with this chip, trying to be good on the camera, just not a good idea. And then the screen goes black. What happened? So there's the way it's looking at this point. And I'm wondering, is there any chance this chip is actually going to work in the replacement cartridge? Are you kidding me? I'm just baffled here. And I'm concerned about what am I going to be able to leave my client with if I can't get this back to functioning. And I'm doing this on the black cartridge. We know that because of the black coloring right here. I'm going to take a quick peek over at chat and see if everything's going okay. Yeah, looks like it. There's some chat going on there. I'm not going to read through it right now. Let's go on to the next picture. So now the chip's gone. What's happened now is I have popped it out. But when I say I popped it out, I mean pop. It came out and boom, and I hear a tinkle tink somewhere. You know when you drop a little tiny screw and you hear it bounce on the floor and you go, oh no. See, I'm set up here on a kind of a table, a side table of some sort, and there's furniture around, and now I'm thinking, oh geez, what have I done? Let's go on to the next. Oops, wrong key. Okay, so now I'm trying to find, where did that chip go? I'm pointing the camera out here. Where's that chip at? Do you see it? It is visible in this shot. I'm going to give you a minute to try to spot where it is. In the meantime, I'll take a little sip from my Zoom Homies cup here. It's got hot water in it today because it's cold. It's cold in here. I actually turned on the heater a little bit this morning as I was getting ready for the day. Does anybody see where that chip is? Let's go take a look at chat and see if anybody says, I see it, I see it. No, nobody in chat was saying that they see it. I'm about to reveal where it is. And this, here's the replacement toner. You know that because it's got this paper thing still in it. So that's the one that I need to put the chip in. And this this is the cyan. This is the blue. So the cartridge that I took the chip out of must be back here to the left, off camera. Let's see if anybody sees the chip. By the lamp. Rick Lake says, and Rand says, between the right lamp and the golden vase, back by the lamp. Yeah, so you guys saw it. It's right up in here. There's the chip. Oh. You can see there was quite a bit of space. It could have gone off onto the floor. Fortunately, it was a wood floor. Now, next picture. There I got a closer up picture of it. Now, those scratches on the table weren't from me. That's not where I was working. And then, now here you see the chip is upside down. On this next picture, I've just turned it over and I've brought it back by the toners. So that's the chip. And then looking at the back side of the chip. And the front side of the chip. Do you think that's going to be usable? Don't those look like scratches? Is that all right? Ay, caramba. No, those aren't scratches. Those are traces on the chips, aren't they? I think those are traces. Let's get zoomed all the way out so I can hit right arrow and see what's next. So here we got video. Now here, I'm going to back that up again to show you that. Where did oh, that's all that video is. Just play it again. This this piece of the replacement cartridge slides out, which I didn't realize that. I didn't see that in any videos or any instructions. But when I realized that that could slide out, I thought that might make it easier to put the chip in. But on the other hand, I got to hold this piece of plastic while I'm trying to put all that pressure. No, maybe it's better off to have it on the cartridge. But here I'm just examining it. So here's the slot. Here's the socket where I have to put that chip into. The way they were demonstrating was put the chip down with it angled downward and then press down to get it to snap into that side. As I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, man, that looks kind of, this looks like pretty strong plastic. It doesn't look like it's going to just bend to the side very easily. Now, I'm not sure if it's supposed to go in at this angle or at this angle as I'm looking at this now. That's a photo. That's not a video. So here, what I've done is I've got the chip in, and what I wound up being able to do was to slide it in from the side. My recollection is I tried, pushing it down, but this looked like it would be a much easier way to go. And there's just a little different angle of it, so showing the chip, and showing how those plastic edges line over it. And it's kind of curious to me to see this form down here. It's like, what is that, for putting glue in? I don't want to put glue in it. Here's the original cartridge. After I don't think I showed you all the cutting I did. I don't think I took pictures of all that, because at that point I was just getting, I want to get this done. So that's how mangled up. I did some cuts here, cuts here, cuts here. I think maybe a cut over there. This is the replacement cartridge that I had. And like I said, I don't know if I purchased that for my client or if my client purchased it. When I go back and look at my Amazon purchases, it's not there. So the fault wasn't with the replacement cartridge. The fault is HP's design of how they're trying to prevent you from using compatible cartridges. My takeaway from this, I think I'm done with purchasing compatible cartridges, because even if I had tried to research the replacement procedure when we were shopping for that HP printer, I don't know that those videos were out yet, or that information was out that they had glued it, because previously that same model printer apparently in an earlier revision had it where you could just cut that little piece out and slide the chip out. And HP discovered that's what people were doing. So then they said, well, we'll put some glue in here. That'll fix them, to make them buy our more expensive cartridges. How much are we talking about here? Let's go find out. Come over here to Amazon. Here's an original black toner cartridge for $65. That's not as bad. There's $77 for the cyan, and then magenta, $78. So all these color cartridges are up higher. Here's a black that's at $100 for the black. Is that a 2-pack or something about it? Is it higher? That says high yield. So this first one up here might not be high yield, doesn't have as much toner in it. I haven't looked into it in more detail. Here's one of the compatibles. So this has all 4 cartridges in it for $99. If it was an easier process of replacing the toner, I'm okay with that. I've done a fair amount of compatible ink and compatible toner, because for whatever reason, the way the printer industry has developed over time, way back in history, it became a thing where the printer manufacturers would sell their printers for less money to compete with the others, maybe even loss leader, maybe even less than what it takes to manufacture them, because they were going to make the money on the consumables, on the ink and the toner. And there were occasions where I saw, man, you buy the one replacement cartridge, it's almost as much as you paid for the original printer. Now I'm talking about broad range. That's been true in ink and in laser, where when you buy a full set of the cartridges, especially if you're dealing with color, it would usually cost more than buying another printer. You could actually buy another printer for less money than buying the replacement cartridges. The catch is the cartridges that came in the new device were lower capacity. So when it was still worthwhile to buy the replacement cartridges instead of buying a new printer, because the replacement cartridges would last a lot longer than the originals did. And the compatible cartridges were like you'd be paying what, 30% of what the originally manufacturer replacements would cost. So it was very tempting. And I've been through all the Epson ink printers, color ink printers where you refill it. That's what this client had before this printer. And before that, she had Canon color laser printers. So with this client, we've been through Canon, Brother, Epson, and HP for color printing. And I think she and I are convinced at this point, you know, whatever printer we get, we're going to get the original replacement toner or ink. I don't know. She wants color. I don't really understand why, but it's a difficult conundrum. Londog says quandary. Yeah. I don't know. Was there anything else I want to include about this? I went through the pictures, showed you a little bit about Amazon, what's available there. I guess the printer. How much does the printer cost? I think we bought it from HP. In fact, I went over here to HP looking. I was trying to find my purchase record. I think we purchased it off of her HP account. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of remembering this now. I think I tried to use my HP account, but it wouldn't let me use her credit card. I will commonly use my clients' credit cards so that they don't have to pay a markup from me, and especially in the case of when we're buying from HP or Dell. I do that pretty often. So let's see, printers. This looks like similar printer. I should search for, though, I'm going to try to search for this. Ken, if you're watching, I don't think I'm going to be much longer here. And I do have the redirect set up. Am I seeing it here? HP Care Pack. No, when I searched for that printer, all I got was buying extra warranties. And that's not even for that printer. So I don't think I can tell you how much we paid for that. Home printers. Nah. All right, I'm going to move on. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So there's 9:30 on the dot. Ken, here you go. Thanks for watching. I hope that's been useful. Have a great day. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.